You mentioned about not having your own stadium before and all the things that led to getting to Michigan State. What was it like for you getting out there today for the first time in front of the crowd in this stadium?
Yeah, it was a dream come true to be able to, be in there with the fans, with the Spartan faithful, with family and friends there as well. We've had a couple practices in there, so I've been able to kind of be in the stadium, but not with that, atmosphere of fans in there and the band. And I think the energy, that was in the stadium today, even at the limited capacity, it was infectious. You felt it when you were out there, you could hear it when you were out there, and it was kind of motivating us guys on the field to just keep going harder and keep working. And it was a great opportunity to, work today and being able to have all those people in there and be in Spartan Stadium was a dream come true for me.
And what's the next step in this quarterback competition this summer? But not necessarily when you get to fall camp, but in between now and fall camp, what happens for you guys?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, is just understanding of the offense. I think for me personally, just, being able to master this offense by the time fall camp comes, knowing all the run checks, all the pass protections, pass concepts. And then on top of that, just getting better with recognition of coverages, with blitzes and all that, because you can never really be, too familiar with coverages and things like that. But I think the mental piece is going to be my biggest focus in this offseason, just, hammering out film, watching myself, watching the other guys' reps from this spring and learning from them. And then, of course, just staying with, throwing with the receivers, doing mesh stuff with the running backs to keep sharp on all that stuff. That way, when that first day of fall camp comes and we're not trying to figure each other out anymore, it's, that first day comes and we're just ready to go. So that's my plan for this offseason.
Next question comes from Rico Cooney at Spartan Mag.
Sorry, had to unmute. Hey, I was wondering if you could give us a little insight, with obviously without giving too much away, but talk a little bit about the check downs to the wide receivers and those the rub routes across the middle. Are those more timing, or are those actually called in the huddle? That you're going to check down first, looking for a running back, or you're going to wait for that receiver to clear on the rub route?
Yeah, it's more of a progression thing. That's never really our first read. But I think our running backs especially do a great job of, checking their protection responsibilities, and if they have nothing, getting out. And I think that as a quarterback, sometimes you have to quicken a read up, if you get some pressure. And Coach Johnson preaches all the time, just get the ball and play, get the ball to our guys, because, we've been able to see what they're able to do with the ball in their hands. So being able to just get the ball out of my hands and get it to those playmakers. And like I said, that's a progression deal. So, there's different times where linebackers are dropping and we have to check it down underneath. There's times where maybe the pocket's collapsing a little bit and you just got to find a running back and check it down just to get the ball out and put it in play. But like I said, our running backs, I think, did a great job all spring of, checking their responsibilities in the protection world and then being able to get out. And I think that Coach Johnson does a great job of, scripting different things with our protection to get backs. That way we get, high lows on different linebackers and in zone coverage and different examples throughout our offense, throughout our pass concepts, to be able to have that. And anytime that we can put the ball in play and just get completions, Coach Johnson always says completions rule. So just getting it in play and letting those guys do the rest.
And as a quick follow-up to that, for you, is the run a last option? I mean, do you like to stay in the pocket a little longer? It looked like today you kind of wanted to hang in there a little longer.
Yeah, I think, personally, I'm more of a pocket passer. I think I definitely can run when I have to. And if the pocket collapses, I can get out and, do what I need to do with my legs. But, I get my scholarship paid for to stand in the pocket and make throws and get the ball to the wide receiver. So, just being able to navigate my way in the pocket, step up, step right or left, wherever I have to go, to make it easier and find a throwing lane. But, yeah, I definitely like to stay in the pocket and throw. I think it makes it a little harder when you get outside of the pocket for those offensive linemen, because now their defensive guys are coming off, and sometimes they get a tendency to hold to try and, protect you as the quarterback. So trying to stay in there and make it as easy as I can for the offensive linemen and just distribute the ball to those guys we have on the outside.
Okay, appreciate you. Thanks.
Of course.
Next question is from Matt Wenzel at M Live.
Hey, Anthony, I was wondering if you can kind of go back over and kind of talk about where you're at now compared to where you're at in January with your understanding of the offense and knowledge and comfort and all that.
Yeah, I think it's night and day from where I was. When I first got here in January, my main things were, trying to learn formations, learn snap counts, learn just the super basic stuff. And then from then until now, I think I'm light years ahead. I'm good with run checks, I'm good with protection, I'm good with, motions, pass concepts, whatever it may be. I think that I've really got a good grasp of it, but I think that it needs to, enhance throughout this offseason. I think the summertime is going to be a big opportunity for me to watch more film. And I think I have a good understanding of it right now, but I need to master it by the time fall camp comes. And I think that's going to be through film study all off season, which I love. I'm a film junkie. I could sit in a film room for hours. So, that's right up my alley. But I think from where I was in January to where I am now is night and day. And hopefully I can say the same thing from where I'm at now until where I'm at the first day of fall camp. I hope it's, light years from where I'm at now. So just have to continue to learn and continue to, understand this offense and master this thing by that first day of fall camp.
You've gone through different offenses before at Temple and making a change here. Are you about where you expected to be now that you've gone through this, multiple times before?
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to have to learn a few different offenses in my time in college. So I think, that almost helped me a little bit because I'm used to having to learn a new offense. So I know, different ways that help me learn, whether it's drawing up plays on a whiteboard, whether it's walking through plays out on the field by myself, whatever it may be. I know the different ways that help me, understand and learn an offense. So I've been trying to do those since I got here. And I think it's been helping me out. And I'm happy where I'm at right now with the understanding of the offense and where I was this spring. But I know, and I think Coach Johnson knows, and I think the entire offense knows that it's got to get better and better from here on out. And that starts with me and my understanding of everything.
Thanks, Anthony.
Of course.
Our next question comes from Eli McCown at the State News.
Hey, Anthony, coming from multiple different offenses, I wanted to ask about your thoughts on the tempo that this coaching staff and Mel Tucker kind of brings to practices a day in, day out.
Yeah, I love the tempo. Coach Tuck brings a ton of energy every day to practice, and I think it's very infectious. I think that, there's been days throughout this spring that, it's an early morning and we might not have a lot of energy at practice. And, as soon as we see Coach Tuck out there running around, being vocal, being energetic, we kind of feed off that because it's infectious to see a coach, with that much energy. And then the tempo of the offense, I love it. I think Coach Johnson does a great job of different formations, different motions, different presentations of different plays. And then being able to go under center and in the pistol and in the gun, I think is awesome. I played under center my whole life until I got to college. And that's where I'm very comfortable at. So that was a big, selling point to me before I came here, and being able to switch up those tempos, switch up snap counts, change different displays of formations with motions and kind of hide different pass concepts and run plays. I think they do a great job of calling this offense. And I think we have a great system, and I just want to, be able to keep learning it. And like I've said multiple times, be able to master it that way. Fall camp, I don't have to think twice about a read or about a check. I can just go out there and play.
Thanks, Anthony.
Our final question comes from Rainer Saban at the Free Press.
Hey, Anthony, the throw to Reed seemed to get you going. Can you walk me through the play and what you were seeing there?
Yeah, so it was just a simple, double move, play action double move on the outside. I think we've completed a couple of our, stop routes on the outside throughout the day, whether it was me or somebody else. And, I saw their boundary safety come down. I knew it was going to be man coverage. I knew Jaden Reed, I'll take him one-on-one against anybody in the country. So I just wanted to get a good fake. I knew the offensive line was going to protect me. I saw Jaden win, and I just wanted to lay the ball out there and, let him go make a play like he always does. And we're able to get a big play and a touchdown from that. And, I think that kind of helped us, spark a little bit on offense for the rest of practice. And I was super happy with where we were today. I was super happy with the job the offensive line did. We had some new guys in there. I was super happy with the wide receivers, the way that they played. And then, of course, I think the running backs have been consistent all spring with the way that they played, and I think they showed it again today. So I think it was an all-around good day as an offense, and I think we can continue to learn from everything this spring throughout this offseason.
And how much does Jay really like those kind of play action deep shots? How much is it an element that you guys can really maybe exploit with the talent you guys have on the outside?
Yeah, I think Coach Johnson does a great job of, first establishing the run game and then going play action off that. I think that with how well we've been able to run the ball this spring, I think it opens up all the play action stuff because, we have a bunch of threats at the running back position. The O-line's been great in run game this year, and then we put that ball in the running back's stomach, pull it out for play action. We're getting all the linebackers to flow up. We're getting safeties to come down because they're thinking it's run because of how well we've ran the ball. And then we have guys like, Jalen Naylor and Jaden Reed out there on the outside that are just running past guys, which makes our job at quarterback a whole lot easier. We just have to lay the ball out there and let them go make a play. So I think the way that we establish the run game just opens up the play action that much more for us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony, that's all the questions we had for you. Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and that's going to wrap us up here today, guys. Thanks for it.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.